All right, let's go outside now and talk some baseball. So we bring in John Feldner, the McFarland High School varsity baseball coach. And Coach, welcome on in. Let's talk about your team and the conference that you're in. What does that conference look like for this season?
We're part of the Rock Valley Conference. There's two divisions in the Rock Valley Conference, the North Division, which we're in, and the South Division. We play each team in the Rock Valley North twice and each team in the South once.
Okay, and so what is the conference outlook? How does your team fit into the whole scope of things?
Well, Jefferson is bringing back, they're the conference champs from last year, along with Edgerton. Edgerton lost a number of players. Jefferson has a number returning. Whitewater has their entire team returning from last year, so they'll be right in the mix, and we hope to be in the mix as well.
Yeah, talk about it being in the mix. Now, what are your goals for this season, Coach?
We want to compete for the championship. We have to get off to a good start and proceed from there.
Yeah, I think one of the things when you start looking at your baseball team, you start scouting, is you find out what you're kind of made of. Talk about your team composition a little bit. What is your team made of?
Even though we lost 7 seniors last year, I have 9 seniors returning this year, and a number of them have varsity experience. So I'm relying on the returning seniors to provide the experience and the leadership. And we have a number of pitchers returning that I believe will keep us competitive in the conference play.
Now, every coach knows too, hey, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses. Talk about your strengths for McFarland.
I think defensively we'll be strong. I believe that we'll be able to make plays and make things happen. I think pitching eventually will be a strong part of our game as well. We have to see if we can score enough runs on a regular basis to remain competitive.
Now, how about on the other side of things? You might not want to call it a weakness, but maybe a challenge. What are some of the things that your team needs to improve upon if you want to hit your goals?
Well, the offense will be a key. Consistently scoring runs, making things happen on the bases.
So when you talk about that, how much work goes into something like that? So is it base running drills? Do you spend more time in the cage? How does that go?
Since we haven't been outside a lot, we've been spending a lot of time inside in the cage, getting our swings and working on just offensive plays.
So getting your team together now, once that weather does turn, eventually it's supposed to turn, and this week's actually looking pretty good. What do you guys need to do to challenge for a title?
Consistency. Our pitchers have to throw strikes, allow us to make plays, and then we have to just be really consistent offensively, getting first batters on, having runners move, etc. Things like that.
A lot of that baseball 101. Hopefully you guys can do that. We'll keep an eye on you all season long. Coach, thanks for joining us here today. Good luck on your season.
Thanks, Rich.